Bam. We're rolling, John.
Oh, buddy. Are we? Okay, we should probably home. Okay, no, I'm not home.
Get your wires together. Get your thingies together. John, you'll probably notice something different at the time that I put this out. Also, try to keep the mic close. I bumped up the levels. I've been having issues with the audio, with the editing and everything.
Oh, heavens.
Anyway, you'll probably notice something different by the time I render this video and put it out on the YouTubes. I got the backlights behind me.
Oh, shucks.
Behind us. Therefore, the green screen works, baby.
Oh, it's back.
The green screen works. It sounds like I'm 80. But hey, check out this background we got here. Why don't you tell us what you want to be right behind us at the moment? And your wish is granted, buddy. I'm Will Smith. I'm Blue Will Smith.
Oh, man, it could be anything.
Mm-hmm.
Anything I want?
Yeah.
Ass and titties.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bunch of pixels.
Just shake them up. Shake them up.
Demonetized.
I know, right there. It's just going to be a can of mayonnaise.
All right, good deal. But yeah, I got some backlights. I was looking at your camera. I got some backlights behind John and I, so the lighting's not going to be all weird when we do the chroma key. Assuming everything is being edited correctly, we got the backdrop now going on, and this is the original vision of Wigga Weekly. It was supposed to have backgrounds and everything, but we couldn't do that before. I mean, we could have, but it just looked funky. There's too many shadows and shit like that.
all pixelated and distorted and whatnot.
Yeah. So hopefully this works out. Otherwise, it's gonna be some bullshitting like the last
I know.
7
But
or 8
look at
episodes.
all this. It'd be like nothing again.
Yeah. It's just a screen. But yeah, we'll see what happens. I think it's gonna work out just fine because I recorded some test footage with these lights here that I got from Harbor Freight. Shouts out to Harbor Freight in Canton.
Hey, and if it breaks, you just take it back and get a new one. That's a good thing about Harbor Freight.
Hell yeah. So
Introductions.
My name is Xavier.
I'm Johnny Jupiter.
This is another episode of Wigga Weekly.
Welcome back.
Hey. So what episode? This is 7 or 8? I feel like this is 8.
Oh, Christ. You're asking the wrong guy.
We're coming up on 10, though, I feel like.
Oh, we need to do a cool special for 10.
We do.
I know. We've been doing this podcast for Wigga Weekly for like 8 or 9 months.
I forgot to get our stands. Do you still want to get the stands?
That's okay. I can hold it.
All right, bet.
But,
yeah, man. We got to do some kind of special.
No, maybe we could.
Maybe that can be the one where we review your favorite album.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we could talk about.
I want you to rant for 45 minutes and me be confused and mistakenly say Juby.
Juby. What's his name again?
Joba.
Whatever, Juby.
I don't know, though. Have you been okay? Has things been chill? You just had a dinner with your family.
Yeah, it was fine. We were supposed to eat at like 5 or 6, but that didn't happen. We ended up eating at like 9 o'clock, and I had a cheeseburger with no cheese on it.
Yikes. All right.
It's just a hamburger.
It's just a dry burger?
Yeah.
Did you have like condiments on it or anything?
No.
Wow.
I thought about it, but I was like, no.
Do you hate yourself? Is that why?
Sometimes.
And today was no exception.
And then I got in the shower when I got home.
Okay. Well, good deal. I haven't been up to nothing today. I went to my friend's sister was having a late birthday party yesterday, so that was nice. Friend's Hispanic, for those of you at home. And what I like about Hispanic parties is that literally everybody is invited.
Oh yeah, for sure. Dude, I went to my buddy's Danny's house just to hang out one time, and they were having like a quinceañera party, and they spoke to me in Spanish, and I was like, no habla. Like,
and what's hilarious is was it their parents that were speaking to you?
It was
or just
their
the
second
homies?
auntie's cousin. I don't know. There was about 9 million people there.
What's hilarious is that they know you don't know what they're saying, but it's like your family, you're here. I love you. I'm just happy for you to be here. So I'm just gonna say what I have to say to you.
Yeah.
And you're just gonna have to figure it out.
Yeah.
Do what you will with como se dice, Senor Ferris.
Yeah.
You're like, who's Juby? You're like, you're just having that conversation.
Yeah, I had a whole non-conversation with someone's grandma where it made me pastor tacos. She's like, yes, he said, go to taste. I'm like, uno. She's like, oh, what's it, uno? I'm like, just uno.
Just uno. Yeah, just uno? Was it taco? What were you
It's
having?
tacos. I just wanted one taco.
Who just eats one taco?
Cause I don't know. I didn't feel like I was like, this ain't my quinceañera party. I don't know if I belong here.
Well, now it seems like you kind of insulted them. It's like, well, you don't trust our tacos. Just gonna. We made 70.
I say, I mean,
they always make enough.
Oh, dude, there's like 3 or 4 basins, like aluminum freaking foil.
Yeah, because my homie, he bought like a food truck, not like a food truck, but he had like catering.
Yeah.
And so they were throwing the empanadas, whatever the fuck, on the grill and everything, and the guy was like just still whipping it up, bro.
Yeah.
And my friend's dad had to come up to me. It was like, hey, these guys are about to leave. Please eat the rest of these fucking tacos. And I was like, I got you. And I ended up having like 8.
Oh, wow.
Your humble ass just chewing on one taco.
Yeah.
Jesus, man.
It was a good
and plus, they're like, they're like little serving sizes. You gotta swallow those, man.
No.
Pause.
I don't know. Maybe at the next quinceañera, I'll get 2 tacos. I'm like, dos please, abuela.
It's just you're just out here, man.
Dos tacos, por favor.
You're eating dry burgers and you're taking one taco at a time. So
I know it's been a rough month.
Yeah, you got to get back into therapy. Hey, we're reviewing not DMX. We're reviewing J. Cole.
We'll review that tomorrow. I haven't listened to that one all the way, but we are. Oh my!
That is so fresh in my mind. But anyway.
So the fall off.
The fall off? No.
No. This is the off season.
The
fall off will be the next one, I believe.
It's a Boy is next, and then the fall off.
Oh, we get 2 more albums?
Mm-hmm.
Is that after he gets done sucking at basketball?
His season ended already. Did you hear about that?
He only played like 4 games?
Yeah. He said he didn't say, but like news came out. There was he had some family issues going on or whatever, and he just dipped.
Oh.
Which I don't entirely believe. I think he just wanted to get a taste of what it's like in the league, which is cool. But it's like, damn, son, at least like follow through.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe something did happen. I don't know why he was so.
Yeah, I feel terrible. If like next month news comes out, yeah, my mom's dead.
Yeah, and it's gonna be like
they play this clip on CNN.
Like, here's a podcast from the local. Here's a clip from a small podcast.
This podcast has -8 views, but we're just gonna show this clip anyway.
With the super controversial title "Wigga Weekly." It's just gonna be a zoomed in like freaking screen grab of my face. It's gonna be like a quote of you saying something, and everyone's gonna get mad at me. And I'm like, this fucking cracker.
They're gonna take you talking right now and just dub my voice under it. It's like anti-Semite doesn't believe J. Cole's mom died last month.
I'm like, I didn't say anything about Jewish people. He's like, he's a homophobe too. Anti-trans.
They're gonna be like, why is he holding that black guy hostage?
I know, he didn't want to make that podcast. He was definitely the one that came up with the name title.
I don't know though. I don't know. He was averaging -5 points and 6 turnovers, and then he's just like, I'm done.
In the Rwandan freaking basketball league or wherever the hell was that?
Yeah. So okay, how do you feel about this? The leading scorer in that league was like him joining the team is bad for basketball. Because there's a lot of there's people that he genuinely like just took the job from straight up, who has been working their whole lives to be in his position.
I mean, I get it, someone from a business perspective, because having him on the team is going to sell tickets.
He said that too. Because he said he sees both sides of it. It's like it does get more eyes on. Because who's been watching African basketball other than people in Africa?
That's what I'm saying. I don't even know what we wouldn't even know about the Rwandan. I didn't even know there was a Rwandan basketball league until J. Cole joined it.
Right.
So, in that sense, who's he really stealing from?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
I think it's only an issue. It's only a genuine issue if it became a trend, I guess. Like if Dave East starts joining the team and then Quavo joins the team, and it's like, if it becomes a trend, and like we just have a full-on rapper.
Yeah,
league.
I mean, I get it to a certain extent, but also, I mean, I can't imagine those leagues make that much money. I mean, I'm sure they probably made like off of like streaming those like few games he was in. They probably made more money during those few games than they probably made.
Oh yeah, for sure, sure.
So there's that going for it, and so, but I also get, I mean, like working really hard and getting your spot taken by a rapper that probably isn't as good as you, but he also did work really hard to get to that point.
Well, that's what people forget. J. Cole actually played basketball.
And he worked really, really hard to like get better. I mean, he trained with a bunch of different people. I mean, and he had a few good plays, but he's also, I mean, he's in his 30s now. It's not like he's like, prime athletic age anymore. I mean, I don't know exactly how old he is. I think he's probably in his early 30s, if I had to guess.
He's got to be, yeah.
Early to mid 30s. So I mean, like, he's not, 22 years old, jumping up and dunking it off the backboard, as he says on a certain song on this album.
Yeah, people should cut him some slack.
But I
do see that argument. Though.
No, I do too, but I don't know his motivations behind wanting to do it.
It was kind of weird when I saw like headlines of like J. Cole training for like the G League or whatever.
Yeah, that's what I thought he was gonna do. I guess I don't know. He probably, watching him play in that league, he may not have been good enough to play in the G League.
I don't know, man.
Because I don't know. There's a difference between even like college athletes and like someone that was good 10 years ago. Just you lose it. It's like watching professional players, right? They're really good, and they're it's like running backs in the NFL. They go their whole 20s, and some of them into their early 30s. But everybody has, a point where you're not in your prime
anymore. Yeah, shit just
anymore.
slows down, man.
So your body just isn't what it used to be. And
he looked great when he was training, though.
Yeah, he looked fine.
But then he had people in front of him, and now it's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I feel like it's kind of similar to. People were complaining about Tim Tebow joining the Jaguars because I don't know. They felt like Colin Kaepernick should have had a job before he did, which is always going to be the thing if somebody gets signed and he hasn't been. But they also are playing Tim Tebow not at quarterback, but they're playing him at tight end. And apparently he's been doing pretty well at it. But I also think Tim Tebow is a really good leader as well. Not to say Colin Kaepernick isn't. I don't know anything about his leadership abilities. But throughout his career, even when we go back to Florida or high school, he's always been a tremendous leader. Regardless of his talents, people follow him. He's a really positive influence. He's very, very Christian. He's a good. It's hard to not like.
Stand-up guy.
I would say it's hard to not like Tim Tebow. People hate on him because he's such a good guy. You don't ever hear anything bad happening with him or anything along those lines. And so but I get it. I also there are other people that probably could have signed at tight end or whatever it may be. But there's also more to that. Like the coach in Jacksonville now was his old coach at Florida back in like 2008, Urban Meyer. So there's history there. So he knows Tim. He knows Tim's character. So why wouldn't he want to bring him? And he's got Trevor Lawrence, who's a generational quarterback talent, the best quarterback we've seen come out of the draft probably since Andrew Luck. So why wouldn't you want to surround that guy with people that you already know and trust and consider to be good leaders and good influences, to help him grow as a leader and whatnot. So I don't hate the Tim Tebow pick. I don't hate the J. Cole pick. I feel like you can kind of nitpick.
I also think if J. Cole had time to settle, he would have been good. He just had some nerves and stuff like that, which makes sense.
Yeah. And he had a few good plays here and there, but he also.
Oh yeah, he wasn't absolutely terrible.
I don't even think he played 10 games though. So
no.
That's what I'm saying. It's hard to even really say or even give it a real hard shot. Could he have been this? Could he have been that? Do I think he would have balled out and gotten his ticket to the NBA? Probably not.
No.
Unless that team just, I don't know. Unless he goes to a really shitty team that just wants to sell tickets.
Yeah.
Like I could see him going to like Charlotte on like, I don't know, a minimum contract just so they can have him perform at halftime or something like.
He plays and he performs.
Wouldn't that be awesome? He's just sitting there,
sweaty as fuck in his jersey.
He gets a buzzer.
I just want something I can feel.
Jesus Christ!
Just reading the plays and the lyrics. Jesus Christmas. Okay. Anyway, we're fall off comeback season. What album is this?
This is
I genuinely don't know. I forgot.
It's not the fall off. It's the off season.
The off season. Okay. So here's my thing with that brain fart I had. Great album. We'll just start off by saying that. We'll talk about the songs and the content, but I don't think J. Cole knows
what the hell this album's about.
Not what it's about. I think he has a good sense of what it's about, like even due to from seeing the documentary and everything. But
I haven't watched it.
It was pretty good. Check it out. But I guess the rollout for the fall, because it all ends at the fall off, right? That's the big album. That's the grandiose. That's what we're waiting for.
Okay. When did this start? Is this the first of a trilogy, or did this start at KOD, or where did this start?
Technically started at KOD because you have the outro 1985, which is the intro to the fall off.
Okay.
Which exactly because you don't even entirely remember that shit. A lot of people forget that. Okay, there's this whole KOD, you know, leading into this final album. So that's what I'm saying. It's like, so I'm seeing the documentary, right? And then he says at some point, yeah, Middle Child was supposed to be on the Fall Off. And I was like, what? And then he was like, this shit's too crazy. I couldn't hold on to it, yada, yada, yada. It's on Revenge of the Dreamers 3 now. Okay, cool. This album comes out, comeback season. The Climb Back is on it, which was also supposed to be on the Fall Off. I'm like, okay. I mean, The Climb Back's a great song. I'm glad we got it because, like I said, during our interlude review, a couple months ago, he dropped Lion King on Ice and The Climb Back, which is the first 2 singles. It was supposed to be on the Fall Off.
Which is 2 albums from now.
Yeah, yeah.
That shit's just weird.
That's what I'm saying. The rollout is just, it's kind of funky as hell. And then, like I was saying before, with 1985 on KOD, I don't think he's gonna keep that as the intro because that was so long ago. Like a lot of feelings can obviously change, you know. Like it would be cool from like I guess an artist perspective. It was like, oh man, he kept the continuity, and 1985 is the intro track. But it's like you've already heard that. It's like what you were saying with back when To Pimp a Butterfly came out, and I was the first single, but the version of I that's on the album is like live, I think.
Yeah, or it's. I don't. Obviously, it's probably recorded in a studio and like has some effects and stuff. But
it's a different version.
Yeah, it's supposed to be.
It's not what we heard last year.
No, it's not. It doesn't sound anything like it.
So I don't know. I'm not saying that I hope for some kind of variation of that with 1985, but it's like I don't know. Maybe just keep it off the album in general. I think my only critique is, and this isn't even with the comeback in general. It's just like I hope he has a clear sense of direction with where this whole rollout is going. I'm happy in general for any kind of J. Cole music, so I'm looking forward to whatever he puts out.
I mean, the Life of Pablo has more structure than it seems like this rollout does.
It's strange.
I was saying that it went through I don't know how many changes.
After the album came out.
I know.
Has that ever been a thing?
I don't think so. I still like the first version of Ultralight being better.
I don't remember what the new.
I don't know. It had like I don't know. Chance he like said some more stuff before it went to the they don't know. It had some more stuff before that if I remember right. Granted, it's hard to go back and listen to it now because you can't go on Apple Music or Spotify or anything like that and hear the old version. But
I do love the revised version of what's the one with Designer?
Oh,
I got Broads in
was
Atlanta.
it part 2? Oh, what the hell was
I want to wake up with you. I just love that choir part. That fucking choir they added.
Beautiful morning.
Beautiful morning.
Yeah.
Bro, that's gorgeous. But anyway, we talked about everything but.
I know. All right, let's get into the first track, 95 South.
95 South is hard. That established the I guess the tone of the album in a way. Got Cameron's intro and everything. It was like, whoa. I wasn't expecting Cameron.
Yeah, it gave me
Was that Lil Jon too at the outro?
Yeah, that give me fat enough, get the fuck out the club. It was like early 2000s crunk freaking.
Yeah. That was hard.
It was.
I really like to see that live, man. All of this live.
I said it had some of the best like couple little bars on the whole album, in my opinion, with the Mario line and the Krispy Kreme one.
Mm-hmm.
I love those 2 lines.
Yeah, he's just barring out. And I think the essence of this album is supposed to be him just like... Because another assessment I made is like these last 2 albums were like were pretty heavy. With you have KOD, and then before that was For Your Eyes Only, which was centered around the whole police brutality going on and everything, which is still an ongoing thing, but it was just in that instance he made an album about it. 2 just kind of heavy, sort of sad-ish albums with KOD and that one. So it's like, you hear 95 South, it's like, okay, I'm back in my rapper bag, bro. Yeah. So what was after this one? Was this
then Amari came after that.
Amari was tight.
I liked Amari. I didn't really like the hook. The hook got annoying for me kind of fast.
Really?
I don't know. I just like... I don't know, the whole watch it,
yeah, nigga never seen nothing. Set the fucking triple beam jump. It's just catchy to me. I don't know.
It is. It's just, I don't know.
It's also nice to hear J. Cole's, do a catchy hook like that, I guess.
Yeah.
It's like a mainstreamy kind of hook.
Yeah.
I don't know. The song in itself is kind of like, okay, I could easily hear this on the radio.
Yeah.
And he's always been a mainstream artist.
I'm surprised
anyway,
that
but
wasn't the single.
it should have been. I feel like.
Yeah, I think he should have either gone Amari for the single instead of the interlude. And I don't get me wrong, I like interlude better than I like Amari.
Mm-hmm.
But either that or even 95 South or even My Life.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Do you have anything more to say about Amari? I think it's a pretty decent song. It got some good bars on it.
I love Amari.
I say
I
My
love the
Life
hook.
is my favorite song on the album.
Is it really?
I love My Life.
Dude, I don't know too much about Murray. I know it's Quicksand single, and that's about
That's
it.
the guy who sings the hook, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
My life. I'm like,
All
Jesus,
I
this man got
have.
pipes.
My rhymes, my pen, my
He
pad.
killed that shit, bro.
And out the middle of the struggle, don't judge me.
I really like 21 Savage's verse.
I liked it better than J. Cole's verse on it.
Yeah.
I
Well,
loved it.
I want to say that, but it was. I think it was on par actually. That's
loved
fair.
it. A lot of people were talking about that song being a sequel to A Lot.
I saw that in the comments too, in the YouTube comments.
I don't know if that's necessarily true.
I don't know. I even the production I feel like was kind of similar to A Lot in a way.
I feel you.
It is a kind of a lazy thing to say though, since it's just J. Cole and 21 Savage.
I feel like, yeah, unless the song is like dramatically different from the last one,
Right,
they're
yeah.
probably gonna make that comparison. Regardless, I love that song, and I'm not even a huge 21 Savage fan. That was a really good verse.
I just like hearing him vulnerable like that. When he said, "I gave my heart out to all the dog hoes because that's who accepted me," bro. Because as a rapper, especially like 21 Savage, being as gangster as he is, and being like from, I don't know where he's from, Zone 6 in Atlanta.
I thought he was from England.
Oh, technically.
I don't know how much true that is. I never really followed up with that.
I think he is from England. I think he's from England the same way Kanye's from Atlanta.
Or well, technically, and then I mean, you could say Kanye's from China too.
We'll get into that.
Okay.
I don't know what the hell that means, but you have to remind me. Don't talk about it at all right now, but remind me before I turn these cameras off so we can get into that.
Okay.
All right?
But
But anyway, he was born in England, grew up in Atlanta.
Yeah.
But with that persona, with that gangster ass persona that he has, and especially with his singles like No Heart and stuff like that, it's a nice change of pace to hear him be that level of vulnerable.
Yeah. And then he goes even further after that line. He's like, if my pop didn't fail, he could have corrected me. And give my love to my mama because no matter what, she always protected me.
Yeah.
That was cool. And then he talked about Johnny B or whoever his old. It's the one he has a tattoo of across his chest. But he's like, I let the cow when Johnny died. He was talking about his buddy that got killed. And that was the same. I think his buddy died the same time that he got shot like 6 times and almost died.
Jesus.
Yeah. I think he almost bled out on the operating table or something like that.
Right. Yeah. It's...
And then he has that cold line. He said I got a good heart, so I send teddy bears every time we make their mamas cry. I disrespect you respectfully.
The 21 killed it.
I don't know. It's just dope. It's a completely different type of rapping style. I just love it.
Yeah.
And then so I really like that one. What comes after that one? It's not.
Is it Punching the Clock? I want to say.
No. Punching the Clock comes. It's the 5th track. There's one more.
Punching the Clock is my favorite.
Yeah, I remember you saying Applying Pressure.
Applying Pressure was good.
I did like.
He just dropped a music video to that the other day.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, Dave East is in it. I think he filmed it in New York.
Okay. Well, he mentions Dave East in the song.
Oh yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like Purdue. I don't know. I forget what the actual. He said David East in it or something.
He did his thing on that one too.
He also shouts out Hideo Kojima in this song.
That caught me way off guard.
And then he talks about like he said some big boss, less Rick Ross, more like Hideo or something like that. But he's talking about
Kojima,
big boss.
we tote steamers with
By the way we tippy toe.
yeah.
But he's talking about Hideo Kojima. He says Big Boss, which is what they call
Metal Gear,
what they call Snake.
Yeah.
And he's talking about tippy toe and like what you do like when you're in the game.
Yeah,
and you're sneaking around and shit.
I was like, face game, yeah, of course.
I was like, oh shit.
That caught me way off. I had to double check.
I didn't even know it. I was like, J. Cole likes
Hideo. That's what I'm saying. Like, what you know about Metal Gear Solid?
What's that game the most recent one, Norman Reedus?
Oh, Death Stranding.
I know he's got like 100 hours on that game. He's like, it's the best. I just love walking.
J. Cole looks like the guy that would only play Death Stranding for like 2 years, and like nothing else.
I know with his
maybe 2K.
Maybe 2K, yeah, like 2 or 3 games, and then go right back to walking and transporting stuff. He's like, I left all the ladders for all my homies. Everybody's getting across this gap.
For sure, bro. That's definitely up J. Cole's alley. But that song was tight too. Of course, he's just barring out on that.
That's what a lot of these songs are. Like there aren't very many like kind of slowed down, more like I want to say more stanza songs, like more poetry. I feel like every single song in here is kind of like a bar fest.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's a nice. I think that's what this even the move of dropping Interlude as the single.
Yeah,
I think he had to establish what this album was going to be about, you know, by like just setting the standard. Like this is what you should expect anyway by going into this album. Yeah. I think it would have been a curveball if he dropped like something like Amari or even like 100 Mil as the single. Yeah, because it just would have been such a curveball because we're hearing all these raps and it's like, whoa, you dropped this single though. I thought it was going to be some like poppy shit or whatever the case was. So. Yeah. I don't know. It's a very nice change of pace though, because like I said, the last 2 albums were heavy.
They were.
So
they were.
It's nice to hear him get back to his like I guess mixtape days.
I feel that. All right, let's move on to Punch in the Clock. I'll let you, since it's your favorite one, I'll let you go off on it.
Actually, don't have much to say about it, but it's my favorite. Though.
Really?
I love the beat though. It's just. I think I said this during the Chain On and the Brockhampton review. Mm-hmm. Simple beats like this, man, where it's just a simple ass loop. Mm-hmm. It's so much room to just go off, man, and just spaz. And that's what he did, bro.
I thought it was cool having the Damian Lillard little samples in there, too.
Was that Damian at the end?
Well, at the beginning and the end.
Oh, yeah.
The beginning was when they beat the Grizzlies, and they went in the bubble last year, and they went on to the playoffs. Oh. He's talking about, like, I came here what it came for. It's like, we're not done yet, but that was an interview he was doing after the game.
Oh, okay.
And then at the end, I believe that was him also talking. I don't know if that was at a game or something, or he came and recorded with J. Cole. It sounded like something that he would have recorded with J. Cole, talking about like the conditioning and all that different stuff that was in there. Like J. Cole preparing to go and play basketball overseas, like we were talking.
A couple basketball references. I remember he said, "Ja Morant, I'm on my
John
Grizzly."
Morant, I'm on my Grizzly.
Is that on My Life? I think, or something like that.
That's on. Ja Morant, yeah, I think it. And it's usually the Cubs, but not the ones that would be playing the big leagues. After the fall off, I promise I'm coming and selling out Wrigley's.
Yeah.
Because that's where the Chicago Cubs play, is Wrigley's Field.
He did his thing on this, man. But yeah, Punch in the Clock. I'd say that's my favorite. Just with just the beat itself.
It's a really short song too.
I was about to say I wish it wasn't so short.
It was like 1 minute and 46 seconds long, and like 30 seconds of that is Damian Lillard talking. So you really only.
I feel like the interlude is longer when I think
it
about
is.
It.
It is. I think Punch in the Clock may be the shortest song on the whole album.
That's a damn shame, bro.
I really liked it though. I don't know. Do you think he actually was playing around with Glocks and shooting through trees?
Yeah, I don't know.
It's so hard to
it is hard to imagine J. Cole as that guy. I totally believe that he grew up around those type of people, but. Well,
I don't think he was shooting at somebody. I think like the way I picture in my head, he had like some big homie that was around that had a gun. And he was like, "Hey, little bro, you want to shoot this?" And being a little kid, you're like, "Hell yeah, I want to shoot it." Mm-hmm. And then you just pop one off because he's talking about like my hands were barely strong enough to squeeze, probably killed somebody randomly or something like that.
Oh yeah, so that I can see if he was just a child, just playing around and like not knowing what that type of weapon was capable of.
Yeah, and he talked about like on wasn't that the song too where he was talking about like somebody was like trying to floss and it was, like he got killed and he's like got killed over a cross, like the start of Christianity.
Oh, that's on Punch in the Clock too, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
So I think, yeah.
Yeah, I could see that. not him dabbling into that lifestyle,
Yeah.
but just maybe just trying to on some good kid, Mad City shit, just trying
Yeah.
to abstain from it.
I feel you. But okay, so we like that one a lot. 100 mil. What'd you think about the hook on 100 mil?
I love the hook.
Did you?
Yeah.
It had to grow on me. At first, I was like, 100 mil.
I love how lazy and like drunk white girl it sounds.
It does, doesn't it?
It's so fantastic, man. 100 million, I'm selling my like. It was. I can only assume it was intentional of like that feeling of that sound of not even trying to pronounce anything on it. It just makes it sound better in a way. I don't know. I loved it.
Yeah.
I loved the hook.
I thought it was cool.
100. Boss did his thing too. I really
Did
wanted
Boss verse? He didn't have a verse on this at all, didn't he? Just
No,
do
he
like
just
kind of do
sung
like
on
some
it.
hook, some hooks and singy stuff.
100 mil and I'm still. Fuck, man. This is like our conversation the other day where it's like people don't even have to know how to sing nowadays or even have a singing voice. But if you got that melody down, man.
Yeah, and then you can just mess around with the EQs and whatnot. Like,
yeah. And
I
you
could
have a
sound like
decent
Christina
engineer.
Aguilera.
You said.
I said I could sound like Christina Aguilera if you give me a good engineer.
Yeah, nowadays. Boss did his thing, though. I love 100
He
mil.
did. All right, let's talk about the worst song on the album, Pride is the Devil.
Oh, that's after this?
Yeah.
Oh, yikes.
Okay, so first and foremost, what the hell with the Amine sample? I don't know what T- or J. Cole were thinking, like having a song that was already out with that guitar loop on it and basically like having the same exact
I
instrumental.
was about to say this because it's quite unfortunate. That was like my least favorite song on.
And a lot of people
Amine.
like it a lot, but I think everybody that likes that song hasn't heard the Amine album. Like, I wish I had, like, I don't know, I wish I could have listened to the Amine album before or after this and not known about it. Because it completely kind of took me out of it. Because as soon as I heard it, I'm like, I can't decide.
There was a couple people when I saw in the YouTube comments that was like, "Hey, shouts out to Amine or whatever." It was just a small few, but I do know what you mean. It is weird that it's just T- didn't even try to finesse it at all. It was like straight up the same instrumental.
Yeah, well, I don't know if it's the same. It's the same. Exact
I know it's not the
loop.
same verbatim, but it's like
it's
might
the
as
same
well be.
guitar loop. Yeah, it might as well be. It's the most prominent thing that you hear in the song.
Yeah.
I just don't. Yeah, like I don't know why. Like he could have picked any beat. I just don't know why he decided to go with the one that has like. That's like, I don't know.
Because you can only imagine that T- has just like any producer
It's
just
like
has
literally
loads
thousands
of just
upon
files.
thousands of beats.
What about this one from last year?
It's like I don't. Because I didn't think the verses were bad. I didn't think
Lil Baby sounds great on it.
Oh yeah, I thought he sounded great. He was pretty vulnerable on it too, talking about how he's addicted to lean and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Talking about I'm addicted to promethazine and scary how I know it.
Yeah.
But and I don't know. I didn't really.
I think it would have sounded great on Amari too. Now that I think about it.
This is also we need to talk about. This is the first J. Cole album in a very long time that's had features.
Yeah, true that.
I said because
KOD
KOD didn't have it.
Yeah,
For Your Eyes Only didn't have it. Did 2014 Forest Hills Drive didn't have any? I don't think.
Yeah, that's the one that started the meme, triple platinum and no features.
Yeah, I think
and 7 turnovers.
the last one that we had any type of features on was what was it? Shit, I can see the album cover in my head. It's the one with like Forbidden Fruit and stuff on it with like Kendrick Lamar's like Take a Little Sip. And it has
I know what you're talking
Let
about.
Nos Down on it. It's what the hell is that album?
That was a
called?
great album.
It is. It's a really good. The name of it is escaping me right now.
I forgot the name of it too.
It's
That was a fantastic.
Born Sinner.
Born Sinner. I'm a born sinner. And I'm gonna do it again. That's the one with the intro track where he says faggot 7 times.
He says faggot 7 times.
Yeah, not 7, but like he says it a bit much.
Wait, J. Cole does? Does it really that excessive enough to where you notice it? You're like, damn, he's saying that word a lot.
It's a bit much. but anyway, he does his thing. But which one were we? Oh yeah, so Pride is the Devil. I like how Baby sounds on it. He does his thing. It's just a weird choice with the instrumental. Like just obviously he knows this.
He had
they just used this.
Well, that's what I just don't know. Like I don't know. Like as a rapper, like even if I had a beat I really liked and I had a certain like like a sample, like if it had that bottle, I love the bottle beat. If I heard a song and had that Jill Scott sample in it, I wouldn't use it. I'm like, damn it. I'm like, that sucks. But
for the outside audience with John and I used to rap and then John used to stand and our producer, that's a cool thing to say. He sent us a beat. called Bottle, and it used this cool
Jill
Jill
Scott
Scott Heron sample.
Yeah, it was like, "Don't you think it's a crime?" We should. I still have that instrumental. We should. I
I
want
was about to say, I think Mason still has that file. I need to
Yeah.
snag that from him.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, Pride is the Devil. It's not a terrible song. It's just like, come on, man.
And the hook's kind of. I also like. I don't want to say J. Cole's a prideful person, but like he's very confident in his abilities, and like this entire album, he's just kind of like it's very braggadocious, I'd say, in a lot of ways. It just seems kind of ironic to have a song called "Pride is the Devil" when a lot of the songs are talking about how big and bad you are.
Well, isn't that the point though? Pride is the devil. Like I shouldn't be humble. Isn't that what he's trying to
He
say?
said, "Pride is the devil. I think it's got a hold on me."
Right.
Yeah, I guess it does. Maybe it's an acknowledgement of it, kind of like how.
I think he's saying like leading up to this moment, I've been so prideful, but it's kind of backfired on me in a way.
Yeah, perhaps.
I don't know.
I guess a lot of the content inside of the album doesn't really match it.
I feel you.
It's kind of like if Lil Baby said, "I'm addicted to promethazine," and the next 10 songs are about him. Like, I sip all the lean in the world. Like,
that's another thing. I was in the back of my mind. It's a weird thing being a rapper because it's like you're vulnerable for that moment for the studio session, but it's like how much of that are you taking outside of it? You know, how much are you holding yourself accountable for that shit? Are you just saying it?
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm more or less leaning towards.
And obviously, everybody's human.
Yeah,
we fuck up. We make mistakes.
There are lots of things I know that are flawed with myself that I continue to do. So it's hard. It's easy for me to sit on the outside and kind of point.
Yeah, exactly. I can't be on my soapbox. So, yeah, it's a double-edged sword.
Yeah.
But at least I'll speak from my own experience when, because I rap a little bit. I do. Link in the description. But when I write about my flaws and stuff like that, I try to think about those lines, you know, in the outside world. It's like, okay, I mean, I wrote about not doing this or, you know, my vices with this. So, you know, I got to keep the continuity and, you know, just try to not be a hypocrite.
Yeah.
But we're all going to fuck up. We're all going to make mistakes.
Absolutely. Okay, so next track. Next track is Let Go My Hand. I love this song.
Let Go My Hand was great. Boss killed this shit, bro, with the outro.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. The J. Cole verse was obviously great, but like the Boss with the outro, bro, was like soldier song, like doing those riffs and everything at the end, and it's like Jesus. And then when the beat stops and he's like soldier song, and then the beat comes back in like, and the beat was great too.
Yeah.
With
the production on most of this album was really good, with the exception of Pride is the Devil.
Yeah. I loved it. And Let Go My Hand, like with that one phrase, I guess there's like a hierarchy of like ways you can interpret your son saying that to you.
Yeah.
You know, you can be like, as a dad, it's like, oh, okay, whatever. It's just he wants to go on his own.
Yeah.
Well, fuck it.
Or you can get hurt.
Yeah, or it can hurt your feelings, and it's like, okay, we'll figure this out some other time. J. Cole is like, wow, this makes me think about my fight with Diddy, and my son's gonna be a man one day. I remember how I used to be a kid getting into fights.
All that stuff, like kind of, like it spoke to me. He said I forget the way he, like the exact lyrics and how he said it, but something along the lines of like him being kind of scared to fight growing up and like getting his ass handed to him a lot, not necessarily being the toughest, and like I don't know, that kind of resonated because I felt the same way, and like I don't know, that was cool.
I love how that little moment, that little phrase of his son saying that just opened up a whole wormhole for him and everything.
Absolutely. I didn't know him and Diddy got in that fight. I went down the rabbit hole with that.
I was watching like a World Star video or whatever. It got recommended to me shortly after the album dropped of him and Diddy in like a green room or something like that. And Diddy, at some point in the video, Diddy started playfully hitting him in the stomach. Mind you, this video was like maybe 6 or 7 years ago.
Yeah.
And J. Cole's like, oh, round two, or whatever. And I'm like, damn. So this fight happened way before, like at least 10 or so years ago, I'd imagine.
And then they use a Diddy sample at the end.
Yeah. Shouts out to Diddy.
So I guess they're cool now. Otherwise, it probably wouldn't have gotten cleared.
For sure.
Yeah. I don't know, because wasn't it... I think someone said it was like because Kendrick Lamar, this is at the time he was like doing the whole King of New York thing, or said something about being the King of New York, and then Diddy went and pressed him, and then J. Cole did something about it. But then I looked at a tweet, and then J. Cole's manager was like, "This isn't what happened," so I don't know what
Yeah, I mean, speculating at this point is
Yeah.
like, yeah,
Honestly, I don't think we'll ever know for sure.
yeah. I mean, as long as they're cool, it's just weird. It's just weird imagining J. Cole fighting Diddy of all people. It's kind of random to me,
I
but
said Diddy was just lucky he didn't pick up a kettlebell on him.
that was a thing.
I know, right?
Fuck, I wish Boss had a verse. That's my only gripe with this song.
Yeah.
He sounded so good. Apparently, Six Lax is on it too.
Oh, Black.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Six Black. God.
Because he did the
I don't know where.
they did the little
Did he like?
the chopped and screwed sounding part
Uh,
right before the talking Diddy's prayer outro. I think
mhm.
it was J. Cole and Six Lax together, but I don't know. I can do it without a Six Lax verse, but damn, I just wish Boss had spit. You had two opportunities, man. You decided to sing instead, which was well worth it, though.
Yeah. But that was really good. Before we move on, something that resonated with me was where he's talking about. He's like, I heard this beat a year ago, and it's like it doesn't always resonate as soon as you press play or something like that. I'm like, that's how I feel about like, all the albums we review. I like give it a score, and then I'll listen to it again for like 2 weeks. I'm like, my score does not reflect how I feel about this.
Are you saying Slow Tie deserves a 12?
No, I'm saying Slow Tie deserves a 4, but
What's the next one?
I'm just kidding. I stand by I actually like the Slow Tie album now more than I did when we reviewed
I
it.
think you said that last time. So
Yeah, but the score is still the same, but like it might go up a half point. Okay, so the next one is the Interlude, the single off of this album, which I don't know how you're gonna have a single and not make it a music video.
Yeah, I mean, we did get a
Amari, and we got
punch in the clock, no applying pressure.
Yeah, you need to do one for 95 South.
He should. That would be hype, bro.
Yeah, 95 South and My Life.
It featured Cameron and Lil Jon on it. That would be sick.
Oh my! Can you imagine that live? Put your hood on.
Oh my goodness!
Oh my! I can hear the ATL hose now.
Oh my god! I'd be out there twerking. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. Yeah, bro. Get me on the wall upside down. Anyway, yeah. If you guys haven't seen, we'll probably link that in the description too. We did a reaction of Interlude.
Yeah.
So check that shit out.
I say if you want to see my white ass do some dance moves.
Hell yeah.
All for you.
What's after Interlude?
Did we talk? Oh yeah, I guess we already talked about it, didn't we? The climb back. Do we want to say just a little something about the Interlude or just?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, it's good.
I dug it. Like I said, we did a video on it, so you just check that out.
Yeah, it's fire. Anyway, okay, and then last 3 songs. First of which is the climb back, which we spoke about briefly earlier.
Yeah. The climb back was great. Like I said, he dropped this along with Lion King on Ice. Yeah, this was tight. You could see how I flip like exclamation points. Like, bro, he's be barring out per usual. I really like the beat. I think no. I think T Minus produced this one.
Yeah.
I want to say, but yeah. Only thing I'm just wondering, what the future of the fall off is, because with this one, this would have sounded great on the fall off. But how would I know? I don't know what else is on it.
Well, so we don't even. That album might be 4 years away.
I gotta hope not. I'm hoping it's something like he drops maybe It's a Boy next year and then the following year like the fall off. I'm hoping, but we'll see. I like the climb back though, but I heard it a couple months ago.
All right. This is the next one is what I think is going to be the most underrated song on the project, and that's Close.
I don't remember too much from Close. All I remember is that the beat very much sounded like a Kanye kind of instrumental, and I loved that.
It reminded me of like like when aliens come in and like old it's got a kind of like weird distorted type noise to it whenever they
Can you imitate? Can you make that noise?
Do you hear it? Like the kind of.
Oh, the choir sample?
No, not that. That kind of stuff in the background.
I guess it just sounds like a choir to me.
It's not a choir though. But it's not anybody singing. It's like some distortion. Anyway,
It just sounds like a girl in the back, like woo.
That's not what it is. This is why we don't make music anymore. But I really like this one. I thought I don't know. I love the beat on it.
It's a fantastic beat. Yeah.
Because this one's all about like I don't know his buddy or somebody that kind of got caught up in the life that he didn't get caught up in. Like, they're from the same place, and he got more caught up in like the drugs and the gangbanging and all that sort of stuff. And he kind of was talking about him.
Mm-hmm.
So, but he's like sipping the lean that you started as a joke. Now you're fiending, something like that.
Yeah. Boy. He
Yeah.
went through it.
And at the end, it's like you wake up and I wake up to a text from my mom that said, "Boy, you just got smoked," or something like that.
Yeah, but very like a premonition.
Yeah, I think he's talking about like sleep paralysis, or not. He didn't specifically say sleep paralysis. He was waking up with like a demon on him and shit like that.
Mm.
But I really liked it. Another one, the last one, I also very much enjoyed is "Hunger on Hillside."
Yeah, I didn't even know until you told me that it used the same sample as "I Wonder."
Yeah, is it actually though?
No, you said that.
Well, it sounded like it. I never actually went and.
I think I looked into it, and I'm pretty sure it
Is
was.
it?
Not "I Wonder," but the same sample "I Wonder" used. The very grandiose song. That's a perfect outro.
Isn't it?
Yeah, for this, because it's so triumphant
Isn't it?
and everything.
It kind of reminds me of not like bringing it back to Amina again, but how triumphant the last song on Amina's album sounded.
Yeah. Good, like just perfect placement and everything with that.
Yeah, I never did go back and listen to the deluxe version of. Amina.
Oh, it's fire, bro.
Didn't he just like tack on like 3 or 4 more songs like at the very beginning and like front loaded it?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. But they're all good tracks.
I would say
Saba's on it.
Oh, for real?
Valet's on it.
You hate Valet.
I like Valet.
No, you don't.
I love me some Valet.
You hated the oh, she's super thick.
I hate that song. I hate that song.
Oh, I love that song. If I pull up with a Kerry Washington, that's gonna be a North scandal.
I can do without it. But
I like the Poopity Scoop songs.
yeah, so you don't have much horses in this race here, buddy. But Hunger on Hillside is great. I'm not gonna lie, I don't remember too much for that too, other than
Spotlight. Boss is on this one too.
He is. Why is he singing everywhere, bro?
I know. That's 3.
He's stingy with these features, I feel like, bro.
Is he stingy or is J. Cole not one of them too?
Wait, what?
Is Boss being stingy or is it just J. Cole saying no?
No, I'm saying J. Cole. Yeah, J. Cole's stingy with the verses, with the features.
Yeah, I gave Lil Baby and 21 Savage one.
Maybe that's the point, I guess. Like we always expect the a J. Cole and Boss song.
I'm really happy J.I.D. isn't on here anymore.
You're happy that he isn't?
No. Oh, yes, I am.
Why?
I don't know.
Well, I guess what I was about to say. It makes sense. Like
I just don't want to.
We have so many songs with J. Cole and Boss, and J. Cole and Jid. So it's expected that he makes a song with like his Dreamville homies. And it's a nice change of pace.
I just don't think everything has to be Dreamville the album if someone from Dreamville is doing an album.
No, yeah, for sure. So I see what you mean in that regard. It is
because I like JID a lot. There's not a song he's put out that I really haven't enjoyed.
Yeah.
I do want to see some more refinement come from him as he goes and develops a little bit more. But
he's about to drop something.
Is he?
I don't know how soon, but I know he's working on an album.
Yeah.
But I know what you mean, though. And it is more interesting to hear what J. Cole and, Lil Baby would sound like as opposed to another J. Cole and Boss song.
Yeah.
But I'm glad Boss was on it at all. Just doing
it was cool to see the type of range he has because I don't even think I ever listened to Too High to Riot.
That's a great album, too.
Yeah. I've listened to some tracks off of it, but like I haven't listened
He dropped one after that, too. You should check that out. I forgot what it was called, though. That one has Boca Raton and everything. Front Desk with Young Thug. Boss is he's on a fucking run. But anyway, yeah. I mean, overall, this was a great album, except for the Amine track. It just makes me more curious of what the future of the Fall Off will be.
It is. It leaves a lot of questions.
Yeah, and I hope the next two. I mean, It's a Boy might go back into his deeper. Introspective.
It's a Boy.
bag.
I bet it's gonna be about a lot of parent stuff. I bet.
Right. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I think he's gonna go back to being introspective, which I don't mind at all. But this album was just such it was a nice breather from the heavy shit with KOD and For Your Eyes Only.
Yeah, and it definitely had some introspective stuff on it. as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, it wasn't nearly as deep as like a For Your Eyes Only or a. I think For Your Eyes Only is probably the deepest.
Yeah, I'd say so. The most well-rounded though was 2014 Forest Hills Drive.
Oh, by far.
Do you think? I don't know how to word this. J. Cole is the best he's ever been at rapping at this moment, I feel like. But I think the quality of the songs haven't decreased per se, but they're less. They don't stick with me like they used to.
I don't know. I feel like we've gotten so accustomed to it. It just hasn't changed a whole lot. It's just he's always been a top 3 rapper, right? But he's never really gone outside of that. He's never done any weird Yeezus shit. He's never gone.
I don't know why J. Cole over a Yeezus beat makes me chuckle
or
so
like,
hard.
Or like some weird like singing stuff, or like it's always kind of just been bars and introspective stuff. But like, and I don't really know how to describe it because like I feel like Kendrick has changed. Like Good Kid, Mad City is not To Pimp a Butterfly.
Yeah.
And it is certainly not Damn, you know. But I also feel like just I don't know. I feel like maybe. Do you think maybe the music that he makes now and hip hop scene now is just a little too old school? Like it isn't, like it almost, like it's not
Old school, like
it's not trappy or poppy enough. Like the beats are not like there isn't a beat on here that's like.
No. I wouldn't say that.
No.
I wouldn't say that. I'd say J. Cole's very versatile in making like trappy and poppy and old school stuff. I just feel like we haven't gotten any like Beautiful Smiles in a while. We haven't gotten any, January 28th in a while. We haven't gotten any like Power Trips.
Yeah.
None that like stick with you,
Yeah, we haven't. I said that. I mean, the 2 best songs in here, in my opinion, are 95 South and My Life. But like, I don't think either of those
like I said, these are great albums.
Yeah.
But none of these songs are all that memorable as like the singles that he used to drop.
Yeah.
I feel like.
Yeah, so there's no Tale of Two Cities on here.
Yeah. But as I said before, this album did what it was supposed to in terms of like, hey, I'm gonna get back in my mixtape Cole kind of days and just rap.
Yeah.
Because that shit's fun. That shit is it's I don't know. It's what word am I trying to think of here? Cathartic in a way, I guess, as opposed to the dreary last 2 albums. So. I don't know. This album's definitely served its purpose, and like I said, it is good. I just don't. They're just not as memorable as they used to be.
No.
The tracks, but I don't know. Who knows? I mean, we still have 2 more albums before he scrams, as he says, before he retires. So
yeah,
we'll see what happens. He has he already established himself though. He technically doesn't need to do anything else because he's on the Mount Rushmore, I feel like.
Yeah.
In this generation.
Yeah. But okay, I'd agree. Do you
Yeah,
want to go ahead and do our ratings?
Hell yeah.
All right. I'm giving it an 8.
Yeah, I was gonna say 7.5.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I'm giving it. I'll stick with 8.
Yeah.
7.5. I'm feeling kind of mean about Proud as the Devil, but 8 is fine. But back to the Kanye thing. So like,
I forgot all about that. Yes.
Yeah. So
Inform me.
well, his mom was a teacher in China.
Okay.
And he lived in China for a certain amount of time when he was like a little kid. Like, I don't know, he could have been older than 4 or 5 years old, if not younger than that. So technically.
Oh, so he wasn't born in China.
No, but like you could say like.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. Like you could argue all day. Right.
Yeah. Okay. Wow. I thought you meant Kanye was born in China and then he moved to Atlanta and then he grew up in Chicago at some point.
No. I think he was born in Atlanta, then he went to China, and then he went to Chicago.
I think I do remember him talking about having some kind of upbringing in China. That's why he's such a weird fucking person. Makes sense.
Yeah.
So you can walk down the street and see a vending machine with a dildo in it or something. Whatever they're doing over there.
I know, in a freaking concentration camp full of a bunch of Uyghur Muslims that nobody wants to talk about.
Well, I guess that's how we're gonna end this review. Yeah. My name's Xavier.
I'm Johnny Jupiter.
And this is another episode of Wigga Weekly.
Doses.
That's the best closer ever.